Yo, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be making a video on Friday the 13th. Now, I haven't made a video in a while. I've been busy and whatnot, but a few days ago I had seen this news on Twitter from a whole bunch of articles, you know, and I saw like, a lot of YouTubers I watch cover it. And like, yeah, it's already known at this point, but I wanted to cover it myself because, bro, when I found out this news, I was literally so like, I literally jumped out of my bed. I was like, what the f like, no way this is real. Because like we haven't got any Friday the 13th related news in so long at this point that I was just like, man, like I don't even like that one time that I had covered that Friday the 13th news like a few months ago on my channel. I had said that, we might get more news, but who knows? We'll gotta wait and see. But I honestly was not really expecting to get any news more about Friday the 13th. But man, then we got this article right here. It says Brian Fuller says they have the TV rights for anything related to the Friday the 13th, um, for his prequel series called Crystal Lake from A24. So basically, Brian Fuller, he basically is going to do a TV series called Crystal Lake, and it's going to be, what's it called, distributed by A24. And basically, um, Victor Milling, he's going to be a part of it. And basically, from what I've heard, because when this news had first came out, we had all thought like, oh man, like it's a prequel, so therefore it's not gonna be about like adult Jason like how we were expecting. They can't. They're just gonna like show, like more stuff about Mrs. Voorhees and Kid Jason. That's what we were all thinking. But then like I then did like this article said that what saying Brian Fuller says they have the TV rights for anything related to the Friday the 13th. So meaning like he can literally pick out anything from the whole franchise and he's allowed to use it. So therefore we can get adult Jason. That's still possible. And anything else, that any other elements that he wants to take from this franchise, he can add into his his prequel series. um he can get anything, because a lot of people are like, man, since Sean Cunningham is not a part of this, does that mean that like they're not going to have the rights to certain things? But apparently that's not the case. They can still have rights to a lot of other things too. So I'm excited about that, honestly. Like I'm honestly excited about that. And I feel like what they're probably gonna do is just like I said, they're gonna, show, just the Mrs. Voorhees, backstory, because this is gonna be like an expanded prequel. I was watching We Watched the Movies YouTube video about this like the other day, and he was like talking about how in one of his articles that he saw, it said expanded prequel. And Brian Fuller had said in one of the articles that it's going to be like a prequel, a pre-make, a pre-makeable, basically like like half prequel, half remake, and half sequel. So if that's the case, I honestly, I'm down for it. I'm down for it, honestly, because like I'm down for anything at this point. Anything related to this franchise, I'm down for it, because I just like we haven't got anything related to Friday the 13th, news for like such a long time. This franchise has been dead for so long, and although it's not a movie and it's not gonna be like a direct continuation of anything. It's just gonna be like a prequel. But they can expand more from the prequel and then go from they can start in the past and move on to the present and then go to the future. So meaning, they can, start from one thing and jump to another. Like they're not gonna just, stay, you know, they're not gonna just be full on prequel, just expanding on the original. Like they can go to more stuff that we're expecting. Like we all want adult Jason. We all want, to see Jason in his hockey mask killing. And they can do that. It's possible. They can still do that. Um yeah, like that's still possible that they can do that. And any other, stuff like for example, if they wanted to bring Tina from Friday the 13th New Blood, Tina the Carrie, um basically the Carrie character 2.0. Like if they wanted to bring her in this series, they could if they wanted to. Like that's possible as well. Like they can literally have so many different elements from this whole entire franchise and put it into this series. Um, so like I think it's cool, to be honest. I'm honestly excited because like I said, we haven't got anything related to this franchise in so long. It's been dead for ironically 13 years. Like, like at this point, it's just it's been a dead franchise, so I'm glad to see it come back to life. Um, because like, but I won't lie though, because when I heard about this news, I was excited, but I was kind of like confused and kind of like worried because like, it said prequel and you know, it said, that it was basically a prequel, and since it was by Victor Miller and A24, and like it was, I thought that like they wouldn't have the rights to any other stuff like from adult Jason or so I thought we weren't going to see any of that any of that stuff, and it would only be about just going back to the original, and just only talking about Mrs. Voorhees and Kid Jason, and that's it. Basically just showing the stuff we already know and just trying to expand off of that. Like I thought that's all it would be, but apparently that's not the case because it's gonna be like a prequel, but also a remake and also kind of a sequel as well. So I'm honestly excited. I think that there's so much to look forward to with this TV series, Crystal Lake. Um, like we needed this franchise. Like it's not a movie, but we needed something related to this franchise after so long, man. Like we've been waiting for so long. Halloween had came back and it just ended now, with Halloween ends. Um, and then to see Jason and this franchise come back, I'm just like, man, that's crazy. Like I'm like finally, like I mean, like it's just exciting to hear, but like 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 we none of us were expecting for this franchise to come back anytime soon from now, but like Michael Myers had came back, Michael Myers in the Halloween franchise had came back. We had Ghostface and Scream. We had Texas Chainsaw Massacre. We had Child's Play. We had what's it called? Candyman. We had Hellraiser. We had that awful Jeepers Creepers Reborn. And yeah, we had all these horror icons and franchises coming back, and the only ones that never came back were Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street. And we were just like, man, these are like the only two that are not back yet. And like where are they at? So I'm excited to see them back at this point. You know, I'm excited, that this franchise is back. Nightmare on Elm Street, though, I don't know about that. But I'm sure that franchise too will also come back, eventually. But I'm happy to at least see this franchise come back. The Halloween franchise is over, so now it's on to Jason. Now we get to see Jason back. You get to see the 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 what's it called? The freaking the I'm trying to I don't know, but we get to see the legend himself, Jason Voorhees, come back. Like we're not gonna start off with most likely, like we're most likely not gonna start off you know with just full on continuation story of Jason, as of him as an adult and whatnot. Like I said, they're gonna have most likely, they're most likely gonna expand on the whole Mrs. Voorhees and Kid Jason story, and then slowly we're gonna get to that adult Jason, and we're gonna see where he's at, in the present, and we're gonna see him killing, as this TV series goes on. So I think that's how it'll start off and then expand on as it goes and progress. Um, but like, yeah, I'm just excited to see this franchise come back. The legend Jason, I'm excited. Like it's like it's like Jason was like, "Hey, Michael Myers is gone. The Halloween franchise is gone. Hey, it's my turn now. It's my turn now. I gotta take my number one spot back." Because, I mean, I'm pretty sure Jason um had like the highest kill count of like all time of like slashers and whatnot. And then Michael Myers he came back, and then like I don't know if he did um I don't know if he did pass Jason's kill count, but he definitely went super high. And like Jason's like, hey, I gotta take my number one spot back. Now that he's gone, I gotta come back. Yeah. So I mean, like I said, I'm excited. I'm happy this franchise is back, and I'm just excited to see what they can do for it. I really am, because honestly, because Friday the 13th isn't my favorite franchise. Um, But I definitely do like this franchise still. I definitely do. Um, it's like, it's not my favorite, but I definitely still love it, and I'm happy it's back. So yeah, I'm honestly just excited as a fan in general. Um, so yeah, that's really all the news that I have to cover, so far with this whole prequel. Like we know it's gonna be a prequel. We know it's gonna be half remake and whatever, and that we know now that they still can have the rights to everything of this franchise, so they're not just limited on what they can do. They have the rights to everything, and we this is really all we know so far. We don't know much, but I'm just excited to hear this news and share it with you guys. What do you guys think? Are you guys excited that Friday the 13th, this franchise is now back and running? Are you excited? Or are you not excited? Let me know in the comments below. And yeah, that's basically all I have to say for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoy. And like and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.